Hey guys, Brendan, by the way, that audio guide. Today we're going to be talking about buses, auxiliary tracks, or sends as they are sometimes known. So I'm just going to break this down into a very easy to follow format. So let's pretend that we have these 4 tracks right here, all right? And so they are being routed to our master bus, master fader, okay, which is basically the sum. All tracks go to that stereo out if they are telling so. So we're using logic tracks right now. So these are being routed to our stereo out. Now let's pretend that we want to put a reverb on these tracks. So we throw on a reverb. Okay, and we put this logic space designer because we want all of them to have the same kind of atmosphere. But over time, that will start to wear on your CPU because reverb takes up a lot of CPU space. And wouldn't it be nice if we could just pick one reverb with one setting and then all instruments would use that exact same reverb without having to say, oh yeah, what was that setting again, and copy it over every single time? Well, that's where a bus comes in. So a bus or auxiliary track serves as a destination for routing signals. So let's pretend that we bag the reverb on these tracks and put them on our bus. So we do the exact same reverb but only on one track. So it lowers your CPU usage. Okay, now we do what we call sends. So we are now sending signal of each track to this reverb. And what's awesome about that is you can control the volume of those sends. So we want our cello, viola, and violin to be somewhere around the same, but you can tell they're a little bit different. But we want our piano a lot lower. We don't want as much reverb. So rather than mixing the dry-wet signal on each of the reverbs on the chain, we can just mix the volume send. And one thing to take note is that it is still being routed to our stereo out and also being routed to our reverb. Okay, so it's 2 sends of information. It sends to the stereo out and it sends to our bus. And then the bus is routed to the stereo out. And then on this bus, you can control how dry or wet the signal is. So usually when I do something like this, I like to make this reverb all the way wet because I already have dry information going to my stereo out. So that's just the concept of using a bus. So let's jump into our DAW and learn how to create these tracks and how to use them in a real-world example. All right, so here we are in Logic. Now we have a vocal here that we want to put some reverb and delay on. So we have it dry right now.
Stand up, can you move your feet?
So all you do to create a bus or a send is you head right here under send and you click and you go to bus and you can pick whatever bus you want. And if there isn't a bus name next to it like this, then you click on it and it will create a track or a bus. So like 37, we click on it and now it has created this track. Okay. So let's use a reverb and delay that we already have set up. So let's go bus 30 to our boom bang delay. And let's send this guy 15 dB, 16. And then we click again to insert another one, sparkle boom. And we'll send that guy about the same.
Stand up, can you move your feet?
So way too heavy, so let's back off.
Do this one more time. Stand up, can you clap with me?
All right, that's pretty cool. Now what if we want to add another vocal? Well, let's go over here and this guy already has that send going on.
Can you move your feet?
So now all of these vocals are being routed to these 2 delays, and we don't have to keep creating a bunch of delays and copy those settings and try and find out the perfect balance of dry and wet. We just have it all the way wet on our bus. And then to look at these buses in Logic, if you hit X on your keyboard or go to the mix window, then if you scroll all the way to the right, all your buses are organized and they naturally go to this icon with this color on your mix window. So then we can see, oh, look, there's our boom bang and our sparkle boom delays right here, bus 30 and 31. All right, now if you want to make those show up in your project, then all you have to do is right click and do create track or push option T. And now that will bring that into your arrange window so it's no longer organized in this right area and put it below wherever you were selected on your arrange window. So I love to use buses for reverbs, delays, parallel compression. If you're not sure what that is, check out my video on that. And also for, in Logic, track stacks. So you can stack a bunch of things in one area, and then they will all go to a central bus. So in this case, 4. So now if you look right here, all of our vocals are being routed to bus 4. Okay, and then I can control the parameters globally for the vocals right there. And then you can, of course, close it down. So that's pretty much all you have to know about buses. If you start using these in your projects, you'll notice that your workflow speeds up a lot faster because you're not creating a whole bunch of plugins that you don't have to. You just send these things to certain plugins. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also sign up for the email list where I will send you exclusive content that I only send other people on that list. And also head over to the website itsthatAudioguide.com, and I will see you guys soon.